Hi, Long Beach Unified community. It's great to be with you, even if it has to be virtually today. It's Wednesday afternoon, and hopefully you are staying safe and staying healthy with your families. I want to start with just a couple of thank yous to staff who I have not had the opportunity in this forum to thank yet. So today's payday for Long Beach Unified employees, and I just want to thank our payroll staff and all who are involved in that process of making sure our staff is paid. Yesterday, I went down to the second floor where a lot of that work happens just to see the behind the scenes, and I just want to make sure that we're all remembering it takes a lot to run an entire organization, and oftentimes we don't have a chance to thank the people behind the scenes. So thank you to that team. Also, thank you to our duplicating office. They have had several different really big projects that have engaged all of them, both for home learning opportunities and also for communication with families and others that have had them working weekends and late into the day. And I just wanted them to know, and for those of you who are related to them or that see them, please thank them as well. Then I want to encourage you around this idea of gratitude, which we've talked about before. So on Friday, I held up a box of thank you notes, and I forgot to bring the box back today. It's almost empty. Since then, I think I wrote 18 thank you notes to staff for things that they are engaged in and just to thank people that are doing the very hard work. So the next couple of weeks are important, and they could be really important for your children or for you as teachers or district staff members or just members of the community that want to thank people. We're getting ready for our Teacher Appreciation Week, and so students and parents, write a note to a teacher who has made a difference, especially during this difficult time. You can send U.S. mail to our school offices, and even if the teacher doesn't get it immediately, they will get it at some point in the future. Also want to thank our amazing nutrition staff who are out providing the grab-and-go meals. We've pushed out some ideas for how to thank them, but it really could not hurt even a little Post-it note with a positive note that your student takes up and hands off to that nutrition staff that is working would be appreciated. And then lastly, also in May, we celebrate all of our classified employees. Our classified employees work all over the district. They work in classrooms, they work in the Office of Multimedia Services, they work in the central office. They work all over the place. And so if you know a classified employee or want to know who you could write to, reach out to one of us and we'll encourage you on someone that you could thank during Classified Employee Week, which is a special opportunity that we won't have to meet in person this year. Lastly, 2 announcements. I just want to remind you about Each One, Reach One, and the opportunity to think about a neighbor, a friend, or a student who lives around you or who you have contact with that you can remind. This week, our teachers will be taking a form of attendance that will help us to monitor our connection to every student in the district. And as members of our community, you can help us ensure that we get to our goal of reaching 100% of our students. Also, an important reminder, you've heard us talk about the census. Dr. Brown and I both gave messages a couple weeks ago about the census. We now have a live link on every School Loop page that will get you right to the census taking information. And that is critical more than ever in this time of very difficult financial situation for families and for communities. Please, please, please make sure that your family is included in the census. That helps our community and it helps our schools. And so I'll close just with a brief message. On Friday, I held up an article, which I'll hold up again, from The Atlantic called The Pandemic Summer. It was given to me by one of our staff members, Michelle Tomasian. And there was a piece of it that I think could be really helpful to us as a Long Beach community. The article tells a story about going through a pandemic, and at the heart of it, it helped me to think about changing the question from when will we get back to normal, and changing that question to how do or how will we continue. And it's left me thinking a lot about how will we continue. How will we continue to learn? How will we continue to love? How will we continue to connect, to work, to celebrate, to comfort one another? And frankly, how will we continue to live given what has happened in this pandemic. What's different about this pandemic is that it doesn't have an end date. It is not a singular incident. It's causing all of us to experience a really difficult time together, some more than others who we should be thinking about. But I want to leave you today thinking about how will you continue in one of those ways. And I'm actually going to give you an email account that you can use to write in and share some of your ideas on how you will continue. Think about the ways that I've suggested: living, learning, loving, connecting, but add your own ideas to it. That email can also be used for you to share an act of kindness or some gratitude or something that you'd like me to feature in an upcoming message. So I'm going to read it off and then we'll share it at the end of the video in a print form that you can use. So that email that you can use to interact with these messages, to share your ideas, and to share with us how you will continue is socialmedia@lbschools.net. socialmedia@lbschools.net. Thank you for being our amazing community, for spreading gratitude, for staying positive in the face of a difficult time. And I hope you'll be thinking about the questions that I've left you with today. I'll see you soon.